Today, I am going to narrate one of the most powerful and philosophical episodes from the Mahabharata. This is the story of the Yaksha's questions. This is not a story of war, not a story of weapons, not a story of strength. This is a story of wisdom. The Pandavas were living in the forest during their exile. One day, as Yudhishthira sat with his brothers, a Brahmana came running toward them. He was distressed. He said, I kept my sacred kindling sticks and churning rod against a tree. A deer rubbed itself against that tree. The sticks became entangled in its antlers. The deer ran away. Without them, my sacred fire ritual will be destroyed. Please recover them. Please help me. Yudhishthira immediately rose. Out of compassion, he took his bow. Along with Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva, he chased the deer. They ran far into the forest. They shot sharp arrows, iron arrows, barbed arrows. But strangely, none pierced the deer. And then the deer vanished. The brothers were exhausted, hungry, thirsty. They rested beneath a large banyan tree. Yudhishthira said to Nakula, climb and search for water. Nakula climbed and saw trees near water. He heard cranes. He walked in that direction and found a beautiful pond, clear water surrounded by birds. As he bent to drink, a voice spoke from the sky. This water is possessed by me. Answer my questions before you drink. Nakula ignored the voice. He drank. He fell down, lifeless, dead. Sahadeva came next. He saw Nakula lying there. He too heard the warning. He ignored it. He drank. He fell, dead. Arjuna came. He saw both brothers lying as if asleep. He searched for the unseen speaker. He shot celestial arrows in all directions, but thirst overcame him. He drank. He fell, dead. Bhima came. He suspected a Yaksha or Rakshasa. He thought of fighting, but first he drank. He fell, dead. At last, Yudhishthira came. He saw the pond, golden, radiant, filled with lotuses like it had been built by Vishwakarma himself. He saw all four brothers lying there. When he approached the water, the voice spoke again. Answer my questions first. This time, Yudhishthira did not ignore it. He said, O Yaksha, I do not desire what you possess. Learned men do not praise selfish desire. Ask me, I will answer according to my wisdom. And then began the great dialogue. The Yaksha asked, what makes the sun rise? Who remain near him? What makes him set? On what is he established? Yudhishthira replied, Brahma makes the sun rise. The gods remain near him. Dharma makes him set. He is established in truth. How does one become learned? How does one attain greatness? How does one obtain a second? How does one become intelligent? One becomes learned through the sacred text. One attains greatness through austerities. One obtains a second through perseverance. One becomes intelligent by serving elders. What is the divine trait of Brahmanas? The study of the Vedas. What dharma of theirs is like the virtues? Austerities. What are their human traits? Mortality. Which trait is like those without virtue? Slander. What is the divine trait of Kshatriyas? Arrows and weapons. What dharma of theirs is like the virtuous? Sacrifices. What is their human trait? Fear. Which trait is like those without virtue? Desertion. What is the single sacrificial chant? The breath of life. What is the sacrificial formula? The mind. What do sacrifices need? Speech. What can sacrifices not transgress? Speech. What is best among those that descend? Rain. Supreme among those sown? Seeds. Best among those that stand? Cows. Supreme among those that speak? Sons. Who breathes but not alive? The one who does not offer to gods, guests, servants, ancestors, and himself. What is heavier than earth? The mother. What is higher than the sky? The father. What is swifter than wind? The mind. What is more numerous than men? Worries. What does not closes its eyes while asleep? A fish. What does not move when born? An egg. What has no heart? A stone. What grows through speed? A river. Who is a friend to one traveling? A karwa. Friend at home? A wife. Friend to one sick? A physician. Friend to one about to die? Charity. What travels alone? The sun. What is born again after birth? The moon. What cures cold? Fire. What is the greatest field? The earth. In one word, what is dharma? Dexterity. In one word, what is fame? Generosity. In one word, what is heaven? Truth. In one word, what is happiness? Conduct. What is a man's self? A son. Friend given by destiny? A wife. Support of life? A rain. Best refugee? Generosity. What is supreme among riches? Knowledge of sacred texts. What is the supreme gain? Health. What is supreme happiness? Satisfaction. What is supreme dharma? Non-violence. What alliance never breaks? Alliance with the righteous. If abandoned, what makes one pleasant? Pride. If abandoned, what does not lead to sorrow? Anger. If abandoned, what ensures prosperity? Desire. If abandoned, what makes one happy? Desire. When is a man dead? When he is poor. When is a kingdom dead? When it has no king. When is a funeral ceremony dead? When performed without a learned brahmana. When is a sacrifice dead? When it lacks dakshina. What is the right direction? The virtuous. What is spoken of as water? The sky. What is poison? A request. What is a man who possesses all riches? Yudhishthira replied, one whose reputation of good deeds touches heaven and earth is a man. As long as that reputation remains, he is a man. One who sees pleasure and pain, happiness and sorrow, past and future equally, possesses all riches. The Yaksha said, you may choose one brother to live. Yudhishthira said, let Nakula live. The Yaksha questioned him, you love Bhima. You depend on Arjuna. Why choose Nakula, your stepbrother? Yudhishthira replied, non-violence is supreme dharma. Kunti and Madri are equal to me. Since I, son of Kunti, live, Nakuna, son of Madri, must live. I will not deviate from dharma. The Yaksha said, because you value dharma above desire and power, all your brothers shall live. Immediately, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva rose. Their hunger vanished, their thirst vanished. Then the Yaksha revealed himself. I am Dharma, your father. He said he had taken the form of the deer to test Yudhishthira. He offered boons. Yudhishthira asked first, may the Brahmana's sacred fire not be destroyed. Granted. May we remain unrecognized in our 13th year. Granted. Dharma said they would live hidden in Virata's city. He offered a third boon. Yudhishthira asked, may I conquer greed, anger, and delusion. May my mind incline toward generosity, austerity, and truth. Dharma said, you are Dharma yourself, but you shall obtain this. And then he disappeared. The brothers returned the kindling to the Brahmana. Strength failed, weapons failed, anger failed, but wisdom saved them all. That is the real power of Yudhishthira.